right, let's see what your podcast is about.
Let's do this. Okay. Obviously, I've been very neglecting of my podcast. I think you have been too.
I have, yeah. I was a little busy.
You know, for somebody that reps the merch in like almost every video and every day, I sure have a little commitment to actually doing the thing. So we're back. This isn't my degree. Hold on. I don't even know if you can see it properly because it's so bright. This isn't my degree. Take one.
And there better not be any more than one take.
If we don't have time for more than one take, we have to make this one and done. This is the degree, and this is not my degree. That landed a little too like normal.
And we actually thought you got a new degree today.
Yeah, the box that the little clapperboard came in, I thought it was another one. I was like, oh, with a note that says like, if you'd like to make a donation, you know, they would do some stuff like that.
I'm like, if y'all would like to sponsor me, like, don't.
Yeah, we have a lot to catch up on.
Yes, let's do it.
I have a lot of questions for you. I'm sure you have questions for me. A lot. I'm sure you have questions for me too, because you're like, Dante, this is like your 4th reboot. What's going on here? Well, I've been cooking. Okay. I've been cooking behind the scenes, and not at Foodies Eat First Fest. I did no cooking there. We were creator champions at a YouTube Creator Collective event. We curated and produced an official YouTube Creator Collective.
Applause.
Yeah, this is where you guys clap, because that's a big deal.
Yeah.
And the magnitude of that hasn't fully hit me, because I don't know if it's hit you, but it's just like, it was just another thing that was done. Whenever I left, I was like, oh, wow, we did something cool tonight. But then I was like, all right, on to the next thing.
Same.
Yeah, we did a lot. And it's just because like we're doing the dang thing.
We're doing the thing we wanted to do 6 months ago, a year ago, 3 years ago. We'd hope for, and we don't know where it's headed and where it's going. But while the momentum's hot, just got to keep rolling with it. Nothing in life's forever. So just keep enjoying.
The Dante and Braden you're going to see this. We've done a few episodes together, but the guys that are sitting here are so different than the ones you've seen in the past. Like, even the one from earlier this year, like those are 2 totally different guys.
That was the last time we had time, was in January, because then we went to Miami.
Oh my God.
After that, we've been busy.
We're doing this on our own. Like, we do this. Like, this is how we make content. Like, we have to edit, we have to produce it, we have to post it, share it, distribute it. But like, it's all us still. Very time consuming. And then when you have like things that you're doing in person on top of that, like I've been in and out of town the past 2 weeks, and like my body has finally realized like, hey, we should breathe for a second.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sitting here drinking a matcha spritz.
At 1 o'clock.
It's 1 p.m. It feels like 1 p.m. because I've been operating on Eastern time pretty much the past 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So it feels like later in the day, but I'm like, oh, it's only 12:30. Kind of cool. Not gonna lie.
When's the next time you're going to be on like Eastern time?
September. Which is in like
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
I'm chilling the next 2 weeks. Like,
well, okay, let's backtrack a little bit for context. So the reason that I'm excited to talk with Braden about this is because content creators have an impact in person. And I mean, I did a video with Team Water, which was the Mr. Beast campaign. So like, you should definitely check that out. I'll link it below. But I think creators are really starting to bring more in-person activations. And I think that that's kind of like the next wave of like influence. Like, I think the days of like follower count, the days of like your likes, your comments, I think those metrics, while they can be valuable in their own way, I think what was exhibited over the weekend from what Braden did is a prime example of how a creator can have in-person influence. So I want to walk through this a little bit. Foodies Eat First. This was a vision that you had months ago. Like, well, more than months ago. It's been honestly years in the making. But like, the traction really got going a few months ago. So tell people what Foodies Eat First is.
Foodies Eat First it's for foodies by foodies. And what I mean by that is, it's not just like a corporate entity coming in and saying, this is what the foodies will like. This is what we should do. It's like, literally, for me, it's everything I want to experience. I think of all the pain points of like food festivals. And even with ours, like, we have things we've already learned we're going to fine tune for next year. But, you know, for me, I can't eat if it's hot. So I made sure it was in air conditioning, you know. For me, I want to try some of the top chefs in the city's like food, but it gets pricey at times. So we were able to get a lot of them in there for, they had, you know, some sample sizes for about $4 to $8, I think up to 10, 15. I don't know. JR on Friday night, that man had $200 Wagyu steaks he was grilling, right, for people.
Crazy.
But yeah, for me, it's for foodies by foodies. Now, when it comes to Foodies Eat First Fest, for me, I first thought about doing a festival in 2021. I'm like, where does all this stuff go?
Yeah.
And then over the years, it's been like, I'm like, okay, I started to realize like, wait, we could localize our social media scene. So it's not, so we can give people an opportunity that never had an opportunity, because forever in St. Louis, it was, and still they try, but it's always like a certain person is being on display.
Yeah.
And what social media allows us to do is give all these other people that never had an opportunity, maybe not even have a budget for it. We were able to give them that opportunity to shine because they have good food. Like,
there's a lot of talent. There was like a lot of talented vendors there.
Oh, so
with
good.
A lot of good food.
Everything like make your eyes roll.
Oh my God. I mean, dude, even just at the Creator Collective event, like the amount of people that were coming up to me saying like, oh my God, like the food is so phenomenal. And like the fact that Katz's Deli was here in St. Louis for the first time ever, courtesy of Braden, because you have not shut up about that, which I would be blaring that off the rooftops too. That was massive.
That's literally one of the things they tell you to do when you go to New York. Go to Katz's Deli. Which I didn't bring like a contractor of theirs. I literally brought them.
They showed up.
Like the same people that are probably catering a corporate event in New York today. Those are the ones that came in here.
Yep.
But yeah, for me, it was like, Foodies Eat First Fest, creating something that's like exciting. It's in air condition because that worked out because it was 100 some degrees. It poured down rain. Heat wave.
Did it pour down rain?
Oh, here, yeah. Pour down rain. It was hot, but we were inside.
It was hot. Actually, you know what? I do remember this because Saturday, was that the day it poured? Because I got a weather alert on my phone and I'm sitting here in Detroit. I'm like, where? And I'm like, oh, St. Louis.
Back home.
Yeah.
But for me, it was something I first thought about in 2021. I was like, where is this all going to go? And then building up that social media scene, Instagram, TikTok, helping like other creators like, like Finnegan and I did that like boot camp for a while.
Yeah.
To try to get other people doing it. And it was interesting the whole time I was doing that. People were like, hey, you're training your competition. You're doing, and I'm like, and that would come up so often.
Dude.
And I'm like, yo, I'm sorry to say this, guys. It's the first time someone may have told you this, but the world is bigger than St. Louis. And St. Louisans we have to think bigger instead of like us competing for the same like 5 sponsors. It's like, that's cool. They want you to compete for it, but let's go outside. And I mean, that's where I was like, I've been denied grants because it says my ID's a little blurry. I've been called, they say,
I've been denied them for thinking that I'm not a practicing artist or a practicing creator.
I was a content creator on one of those and literally described everything. Like, even if I do a pop-up bar, I'm coming up with all the visuals, all the visuals, all the promo. Like,
I can attest to that. He literally Canva, he uses and abuses you.
Like I like one of my pop-up bars, I made over 40 posters, custom. Hours, right? But anyways, they said I wasn't an artist. So I was like, okay, I understand that. I'm not even going to apply for the next one. I'm going to go reach out to YouTube. So reached out to YouTube and brought them,
I'm grateful that I could peer pressure you into joining for that Creator Collective event.
I know, dude, I almost skipped it.
He literally messaged me and said, man, I don't know if I'm going to go. I think I might pop in for like a minute. And I'm like, no, I cannot stress this enough. You need to go to something like this. And you showed up, you made the connections.
Yeah.
And look at what happened.
Shout out to Pascal and Sandy too, because after that's when I had that spot at Clark and Bourbon, the Bullock.
That timing is crazy. That timing was nuts. So you were like, yeah, I got to go do this after. Let's just go over there. Yeah. And then it just worked out because like we also got to introduce the YouTube team to emos. At least some of them.
And they were confused. They were like, how do we need to pay for anything? I was like, no, you're good.
Yeah.
And then I got to tell them what I did.
Yeah.
I tried to get St. Louis behind it. And it was a little tough. We ended up getting them within about the last week or two leading up to the festival. But, I was like, that was like my thing. I'm like, okay, well, you tried, let's reach out, let's go. And so reach out to DoorDash and express like, just hype up our hospitality scene and tell them how much talent we have here. And they said, yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
And so I'm grateful for those partners, Volpe, Maria. We just had so many. Meridian Supply, all these people that believed in the vision. Even I believe we're the only food festival in the state of Missouri that the Missouri Restaurant Association fully supported in the sense of like they asked us what we need. They helped us, getting things going. The only food festival. Now we didn't announce that leading up because I told them I want everything to be perfect. Yeah. And then once it happens, I'll announce it. But the only one that the Missouri Restaurant Association, like literally not just St. Louis, not St. Louis County, like the state. And so, so this was it was a long time coming. When we went to a festival in February, I saw how they did things and I'm like, man, I could literally get the best food in the country a lot of the best food out of St. Louis and bring all those people together. I can do this. And so that's where that idea started to happen, but things take time. A lot of it was connecting the dots, connecting with people, the venue. And so then it was really from May, the end of May, when I was like, okay, this is happening. So was that June, July, 2.5 months.
Yeah, it was, and it snuck up fast. Because I remember, for context, I helped with a little bit of like the social media content, like the video, and I gave the like creative brief for the recap and stuff. Like I put all that stuff together. That snuck up fast. Because I remember we were filming like promo content like 2 weeks out, and we were like, oh, it's fine. We'll have time to get everything out. And then no, it's here. Yeah, it's happening. Like, shoot, I was putting together the creative brief when I was in Cleveland.
I'm looking forward to that content.
I have a new series coming out. It'll be YouTube Shorts on Instagram. It'll be fun. I'm excited for it. I think what you did with Foodies Eat First is like a prime example of how creators can translate their digital presence and their digital influence into in-person impact. Because, I mean, again, like we saw it with creators like Mr. Beast, like actually using their influence to improve things, to actually make an impact and make a difference, like in a positive one. Like what you did with Foodies Eat First is like you brought together all of these culinary masterminds and you brought together the community of St. Louis, like for that weekend to like experience a ton of different things. And then like for the creator collective, like I remember we were putting together like the invite list and we were just like throwing a whole bunch of people on there. Like we had tech creators, we had family bloggers, we had like makeup, beauty, fashion. We had sports and athletes. We had dancers. We had like so many different people in that room. And it's like that bringing people together in person is important because I remember seeing a post on LinkedIn, which I think it was from one of Airac's managers, was like, he's talking about basically how a lot of people relocate to LA because they think that like that's the thing that they need to do in order to actually make it. And like that's the next logical step if you want to be a creator. But he said that a lot of people aren't taking advantage of that and like they're not utilizing it properly because they'll like go out and film the content, like they'll go make the videos, but then they go climb back into their dens and they edit and they storyboard, they ideate for the next video, then they rinse and repeat. So it's like LA, its strength is having all those connections that are like everywhere. Yeah. You'll run into celebrities on the street. You'll run into the next up and coming musician. You'll run into the next up and coming actor or actress, whatever. Like you'll run into these people casually. I think St. Louis's really big thing is like people that love this city love this city. I mean, out of any city I've been to, St. Louis has the most pride for what it is. Of course, you're going to have haters, which there were a lot of haters, just like they talk about St. Louis in a negative way. And they like, anytime we mention the city, they're like,
my bulletproof vest.
I got to bring my bulletproof vest just to go to the Cardinals game, just to go back to my car with the window busted out. And it's like, there's always going to be that level of like,
I don't have time to listen to that.
I don't either. Like, I just, if you like approach me with that kind of comment, I mean this with all disrespect, I do not feel like having a conversation with you because you are just so oblivious and ignorant to like what the city really is. There's so much culture. There's so much diversity. There's so much hustle and ambition. And I think that, I know this is a long-winded explanation, but this all goes into what the Foodies Eat First Fest was and why it was so memorable for people and why it was such like an important aspect of the city.
Yeah, it was also like me just sharing my brain. Like this is what I want to experience. And want to be clear. Like, you know, people would like try to compare this to other like St. Louis food festivals and things like that. I'm like, guys, like, no, like I'm not in competition. What, there was like 4 or 5 other ones that same weekend. I'm like,
There were, yeah.
I'm like, I'm not trying to compete with them. I'm like, I've created something for my audience. I've created something for foodies by foodies. Mine is an entirely different experience. Like if mine wasn't on the same day as theirs, I would go and support theirs. I'm not trying to compete. I'm not concerned with like, oh, mine needs to succeed. That one's failing. Haha. It's like, no, I want to see them succeed. I love to eat, you know?
Because like the thing, like as an attendee, like as a citizen of the city or the county or St. Charles, if you're one of those people, the thing is like, wouldn't you want like 4 different options to go to during a weekend?
It's like, you know, other cities.
How is that a bad thing?
Yeah.
Like whenever I was in Detroit over the weekend, there was the Afrofuture Festival, which you could get day passes to. There was a Tate McRae concert. There was a Lions game, a Tigers game. And like everybody was thriving because there's so much to do and so much going on and so many people that are just like out enjoying things. Like whenever you mention like, oh, you know, like there's a bunch of festivals this weekend. Isn't that a bad thing? It's like, no, that's an amazing thing. And that's an indicator that the ecosystem is healthy.
Yeah, I've had people, and they don't understand, you know, was it Colin over there, producer of Taste? You know, he is also part of Shakespeare, Romeo and Juliet. He helped with one of the promos for this.
That's
like
sick. Yeah,
we support each other, and it's like, guys, like this is, and I want it to be known for people that are listening. Just because others festivals maybe they don't get as much attention, or they may be on the brink of ending, or they may have ended the festival. I'm not here to say, hey, I have this new one to fill that void. Yeah. I am not going to say that. I have my own thing I'm working on that I'm building. I am not here to be like, hey, I'm going to replace this one because it stopped, or this one's attendance is low. I'm here to fix that. It's like, no, what I'm building is something completely different. Yeah. And, you know, in the first year, I had people from Boston, Brooklyn, Dallas, Austin. Let's see, we had a lot of people from Southern Illinois. We had Chicago.
Did I see San Diego too?
I think San Diego.
Yeah.
Atlanta.
Yeah.
Orlando. And
Kansas City, like a lot.
Kansas City. And I would ask those people, I'm like, oh yeah, are you guys just like stopping in? Are you going to the game also and come here? They're like, no, we came here for this. Like we came here to support you. And I was like, yo, wow.
Isn't that like a humbling moment?
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy like when people trust you like that.
Dude, yeah.
Like,
yeah, it really like
it's motivating. It's motivating as hell because I cannot wait for the next one.
It is.
We're still wrapping up this last one on the back end, but like I'm already thinking of the next one, like ways we can improve. You know, we couldn't shut down the street this last one. Hopefully we can shut it down this next one. There's all these other ways we're going to
shut down a whole block for the next one.
Yeah, like we're going to be ready. And, you know, we always want to, since we're, you know, in St., you know, this is starting out of St. Louis, you know, we would love to do it twice a year at least here. And we would love to have the support of St. Louis as much as we can. We know that people are going to show up, but if we can get some of the entities that, you know, their job's to attract and retain young professionals. Like this is the event for young professionals. This is, I mean, but I say young professionals, but we had people we had a lot of kids. We had a lot of, you know, 60, 70-year-olds in attendance. I will say what was really cool about doing it this year is I saw more attraction, or even though we got a lot of attention on social, just organic people helping, you know, I was able to see other food festivals also be highlighted for that same weekend. Like I saw new creators that I've never seen. Like, hey, have you heard about this food festival? This is the best one, and this is what you're going to experience. I was like, I've never seen that person, and I've never seen that festival highlighted like that. But that's good. Like that is good because it's just good to spread the word. Like and you said St. Louis, and while this is in St. Louis, yes. Like I love St. Louis and I want them to support it. I want the people to come, but I don't want to just limit it to just like, hey, I just want St. Louis. I want the world. Like we had people come in from all over the country. We had so many different live streams that like people were tuning in from all over the world for this festival.
It's facts.
All over the world for this festival. We had some big execs.
Some of the metrics from some of the content that went out.
Like we had some of the execs from big corporations coming in to check this out. And so, you know, yes, we're going to grow carefully, but instead of it just being St. Louis, why not it be the Midwest festival. You know what I mean?
Or why not
let's get the Midwest
global festival?
Yeah.
I mean, why not?
And now we're still going to have a lot of incredible St. Louis chefs in it, but it's like, that's how I think. Like I don't want to fall into that bubble or into that circle where it's groupthink and this is what I got to think, man. I've really been trying to get other people's insecurities out of my head and not like, hey man, you're only going to sell 3 shirts. That's how many we sell at festivals. And then I'm like, you know what? Let me take a risk and get 40 of each color. And we sell out of that in the first session.
Which is like a good problem to have.
It's crazy, man.
Yeah.
So people are rocking with it. And, you know, I'm very focused on the consumer experience. So there are things like we were learning each session that we were just constantly improving. Like this isn't like a big money grab we're in and we're out. Like we're not. Like I would be lucky to break even this year, you know, but we're just so focused on that consumer experience. And we're trying our best to make it, you know, affordable for what we can. Now, I told people if I remove security and I remove my $5 donation to tornado relief, we could lower tickets probably about $14. But those are 2 things that are important, you know.
Very important. Because like these are the things that people probably don't even think about when they're planning. Yeah. Is like you have to have the security, you have to have the proper like layouts for the vendors, you have to have enough power for people. Bartenders, permits, just the bussers, you know, like
insurance.
And insurance. Like
trash.
This is stuff that people don't think about.
What else y'all want to know?
Oh my God. I mean, I'm sure there's a lot you could peel the curtain back on, but
yeah, these are expensive.
I mean, it's a lot. There are a lot of resources that have to go into it. And also just like the volunteers also, I want to give a shout out to them.
Seriously.
For like helping make sure everything was running smoothly. If any fires did happen, not literal fires, but like if fires did happen, they were there to help put them out. It's like, it really takes like a village to get this stuff going. But it's cool because what you're doing is not just like, oh, you're making fun videos on Instagram anymore. You're like actually having a real impact with people. You're strengthening the community. You're giving people opportunity. And you're also just presenting new options and opportunities for people.
Well, that's a good point too, because especially with AI and all these AI voices, AI creators, or creators,
likeness and all that,
and we see traditional media even using AI voices and stuff, right?
Don't even get me started.
And while that digital, I don't know, man, I'm a marketer. People can sell you on impressions. I'm like, look, do you want results or do you want impressions? If you want impressions, I can run an ad. Will cost you more.
If you want impressions, just run an ad. Just throw some money, boost a post, and you'll get the impressions you want.
One of the reasons I got into doing events in the first place is because companies don't value creators. They want you. They want your platform. They love your creativity. And then when it comes around to like paying you, it's like, I'm sorry, like, you're not working your job just for food. You're not working your job just for exposure. You're like, hey, I got to pay bills, you know, and you're asking us to do things and we have a platform. And so that's another thing with me, man, with this festival. It's for foodies by foodies, but it's also for the creators. Like, you know, we all got to keep growing, you know, we just got to keep growing. We got to, you know, I'm hosting these events because I'm creating something that I wanted to see, but also that taking your digital community and being able to bring them in. Like I've been part of festivals where the first year we brought in 15,000 people. You know, I've done pop-up bars where we sell out every single night. And then this one is different. I know how to make it better. But it's like you just, as digital as we keep going, as much AI that's there, I think these in-person events are it's just more important. And that's why
it is, the
intentionality, I don't even know if that's a word. And if it is, I can't spell it off the top of my head, right? That sounds right. Intentionality.
Yeah, I think that sounds right.
Sounds like
that sounds like it, yeah.
But being very intentional on what you curate. Oh, we're going to have a DJ. And it's like a lot of great DJs. Yeah. But you got to have the right DJ that can read the room, can read and you got to create that right atmosphere so people are laid back. They're not, because the world is so stressful. It's so stressful. This world is stressful. You know, St. Louis is a stressful city. America's a stressful country. And so you got to create that thing that people can unwind and feel like they can be themselves. Like, wear your stretchy pants. I don't care. Have fun. Just don't be dumb. You know, don't do anything crazy. And we didn't have that. Now let's talk about you, creator champion over here.
Well, you are also a creator champion. Let's. This was a. You know,
it was cool. I gotta grow my numbers on YouTube more now. But I am a champion of creators too. So
yeah, it's
I think I'm going to reword that. I'm a champion of creators and you're the creator champion. I'm going to create the festival.
Yes.
I'm going to coordinate and get y'all in and run around like I'm crazy that day.
Yeah.
But you're the champion because you're the OG in this space. So there's that picture where I'm in the background watching you and you look like you're like singing at like a church
ballad. Yeah.
Singing a ballad on your youth pastor, looking cool and stuff. What does it mean to you?
To be a creator champion?
From YouTube.
From YouTube, like not just like, I made an event to get YouTube. No, it's like, this is the community. I don't know. It still hasn't fully hit me yet because this is my 10th year on the platform. So, but like with direction, I'd say it's only been like 2 or so. I think it means just, I don't know. It's like, it's impact. Like I kind of talked about earlier, it's like, it's real impact. And like my content is so focused around teaching people how to do this and like trying to just not gatekeep as much because there's a lot of things that like I've stumbled on in my creator journey and like a whole bunch of other people that have built platforms, they've stumbled on in their creator journeys that like, I just want to like help people learn how to navigate the space a little easier because it's ever changing and ever evolving, especially with how fast like short form content and stuff moves. Like everything is moving at a lightning speed now. So we have to be able to adapt and roll with the punches like super quick. So just trying to equip these creators with the knowledge and the tools and empower them to do this. That's been the mission all along. I mean, that's what this is in my degree has been about. I mean, that's why like I talk with Twitch streamers, I talk with YouTubers, I talk with Instagrammers, I talk with TikTokers, I talk with podcasters, I talk with traditional artists. I talk with all these people that are making their creativity into a career. Because I know whenever I first started, I was like, I just want to make things and like everything will work out. And it's like, no, you need to have like some level of business savviness so that you can navigate this and figure out, okay, what, like if I want to sponsor, what matters to them? How can I give them what they need so that they give me money? Like what do they need to feel like their end, like my end of the deal is being held up? Like, is it metrics? Is it whatever? It's like, these are all things that like you think about. And I know this is very all over the place because there's so many variables in like what I do, but being a creator champion and like seeing all these people and like running into people, bumping shoulders, like, oh my God, Dante, it's so good to see you. Like, and seeing like the real impact of what you do is just different. And it really, I think the biggest thing for me that night was, yeah, the title's cool. Yeah, like the clout and everything is nice. But I think the thing that mattered the most to me and had the most like memorable impact was people literally stopping me and saying, hey, thank you for doing this. I appreciate this kind of space. And I walked out of here like with new friends and new connections. And like, hopefully I see new collaborations from it. That was the stuff that mattered the most to me. Because like, it's one thing to see the numbers on a screen and be like, oh my God, like I have all these views and all these subscribers and all these comments and all this stuff and like all the DMs and like the mentions and stuff. It's one thing to see that on your screen, but like to actually be in person and connect is different. And also, there were a lot of people that said, can we do something like this more often? And I'm like, well, I don't know if we can get YouTube on board to do this that often, but I mean, that's something that I'm working on with this. Like this brand, yeah, it's just a funny little thing. Like, oh, this isn't my degree. I throw the degree, and like a lot of people don't do what's related to their education. But like, there's no like playbook for creators. There's no Bachelor of Fine Arts in content creation. There's none of that.
We create our own.
We have, so that's why this is like kind of the blueprint, and like this is like a guidebook, some type of playbook, whatever it is, however you view it. But like, those in-person connections and like being face-to-face with people, that's what matters to me. Like, I'm more about like connecting the creators, empowering them, and like showing people that like this stuff is cool. And that's why like on my personal channel, I do tech reviews. I review the stuff that everyone's telling you need to buy, all the stuff that you need to be using, all these new hacks and trends. Like right now I'm using an Insta360. I'm doing this for a review. I'm doing a non-traditional version of using it, and I'm using it as a wide cam for the podcast because I want to see, like, can you just use this as one camera setup to set it and forget it? You know, like this is just one aspect of the review. It's like I want to think of like, if I was a creator, how would I use this? And like,
I mean, you are a creator.
Well, like, yeah. Well, I guess if I was a different type of creator, like if I was like somebody that I just wanted to buy one little camera, and you know, or if I wanted to buy an S9, or if I wanted to buy a GH6, which is on Braden right now, like there's so many levels to it, and that's why, like, honestly, there's endless content too. There's endless content.
There really is. You can literally pull from anywhere.
Oh my god, yeah. So it's like, long story short, I mean, I do it for the people. I do it for the love of the game. I love making the videos. I love making the content. Like, obviously, no one's gonna really complain about the clout and like the like legitimacy and like that kind of stuff that comes with it. But I do it for the love of the game. Like, I am obsessed with this, and I hate being like, oh yeah, like brand, but like YouTube has genuinely changed the trajectory like of my entire life. Mm-hmm. The entire way that my life is going has completely changed because of YouTube.
And they pay creators.
Like, literally, I got an email today saying, hey, your deposit's going to be coming in a few days.
You ain't getting that from Meta unless it's like 2 cents.
Meta paid me $50 in 2021 to post 3 reels. That is the only thing I've seen from them, and they keep rejecting me.
You know what? Somebody does concert TikToks. He made $2,600 last year just by posting his clips from Beyonce concerts. It's nothing high depth. It's just from his phone. I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna do that.
Yeah.
I don't know why I don't. Because once it's over a minute, you get paid. You know,
which is crazy. Yeah.
We haven't talked. Did I tell you I broke the news on Destiny's Child performing in Vegas?
Yeah, you posted a trial reel because I remember seeing it because it said like 21 minutes or something, and it was at like a couple 100,000 likes, and I'm like, Braden, there's no way you got that in 20 minutes.
A trial.
I'm 20 minutes.
I'm gonna be using that.
Crazy.
I got a lot of content that's not necessarily just here that I'm gonna start. No, on TikTok.
Oh, dude, same.
I had People Magazine, or is it People? Or E! News, or
People
CBS.
People is a magazine. CVS.
CBS.
Oh, I'm like, what does the pharmacy want with that?
Yeah, that was but I have a lot of
Destiny's Child took this allergy medication to make sure that they were all set for singing. Like, what?
No, it was cool. And I got to see Brandon Vaughn. You know, he's a St. Louis guy. He was doing
That's the most St. Louis shit that you saw him in the crowd.
Well, I hit him up and I told him.
Okay.
I knew he was there.
I thought you guys bumped into each other. I'm like, that is.
He was on tour with her this year.
What?
St. Louis guy, yeah. He used to have a shop.
You know, not really that surprised though. Dude's
so
talented. Dude's talented. Like
did a lot of her iconic looks. And
oh yeah, like he's just all over the place.
He'll get him on.
Yeah,
I'm sure that was his degree though.
Was it his degree?
We'll figure it out.
We can find out. I'm not opposed to like actually talking to people that use their degrees.
But your degree's not in Beyonce tour, Cowboy Carter or something, you know? Cowboy Carter tour. You know?
Exactly. It's like you didn't get that emphasis with your degree. Like, come on now.
Yeah. Mine's marketing. My MBA.
So this is your degree?
Yeah, marketing. And then I create, like, you know what? I really do miss creating like videos.
We might need to cut this.
Yeah, I know. We may have to.
I think I might kick you off now.
I guess I am. Okay, so I am using my degree, but not in the corporate sense. I know what corporations are looking for. There's this whole thing. And so like here's the realm I'm in. I've been doing this.
He's gonna sell this to me apparently.
No, I've been doing this for so long, and you know it's funny because still to a lot of companies in St. Louis, a lot of agencies, it's so new.
I'm gonna renew my parking while you sit here and try to convince me why I shouldn't kick you off.
There you go. So it's there's so many, like, I can tell when they're new and they just think you're stupid, and it's like, yo, I've been doing this for many years. I've worked with the biggest brands. I don't even want to just say in St. Louis, right? Because that'll limit me.
You got global. I mean, just on the festival alone, you got DoorDash.
We've had Disney. We've had.
We did work with Disney, didn't we? Holy crap! I feel like we should take a second just to flex that kind of stuff,
bro. 4 Seasons. I saw a video of 4 Seasons Orlando the other day, and I was like,
"Is that the one that the kid went viral for?"
Viral before the virality.
You set the blueprint for him,
bro. I was.
You left it there, and you were like, "Yeah."
I was like, man. I was like, this. I'm never getting invited. I mean, man, that was.
Yeah, the kid's big time now.
I mean, we got to go to the food festival, hotels all over the country.
Oh yeah, the one in Miami.
I almost went to
Beach.
Almost went to Germany, but I just.
Bro, August has been insane.
I turned it down, that Germany thing.
Dude.
It was tough. I wanted to go, but
Well, like you got to decompress after.
I got a lot of travel, bro. I was gonna literally be out of town, go to Germany, be back in town for 4 days, then go out of town for 6, and then I was gonna be back in town for a week and a half, and then go out. So I was like,
and you were gonna go to, what was it, like Dallas or something?
Oh, that was
right
gonna be
after
Detroit.
Yeah, right after. Okay, so yeah, I've been to Detroit. It is August 21st that we're filming this. I've been to Detroit 3 times this month. 3 separate times.
This month. I was there once. Where's the other one? Charlotte or Cleveland?
I went to Cleveland, and then I go to Charlotte next.
Is that September?
That's in September.
That was the week I was
and
supposed to be
then
in.
There's potentially more brewing in Detroit, and then more brewing in some other.
Is it brewing or distilling?
Maybe it's just like aging.
Aging.
I don't know. There's I'll be in Kansas City a few times this fall. I'll be like, dude, it's busy season for us. It's busy season.
I know you got to do
yeah,
everything you can until January.
Yeah, and then that's when everything slows to a halt because everyone's out of office or just too lazy to work.
Mm-hmm.
Which I don't blame them. I used to be in an office after the holidays. I wouldn't want to do crap. I'd be like, everyone's just fatigued right now.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just all decompress and have fun. Like, let's relax, let's breathe. Plus, it's cold and icy most of the time.
Yeah. Well, icy, yeah. We had that, for 10 days? You couldn't even drive anywhere.
Yeah, the city shut down for like 2 weeks, basically.
Yeah.
There were like school buses sliding off the streets. And like...
when you're trying to drive down your own street, it's kind of like that old-fashioned car at Six Flags where your wheels, you're trying to go left or right, but it's stuck right there in the middle. It's like... Zoop, zoop.
Yep. That was bad. That was a bad time. Hopefully we don't have anything like that again. But... yeah, dude, it's we have been doing so much. That's why I say the Braden and the Dante that were sitting here at the beginning of the year are not the dudes sitting here now. Because even then, like, we were just like, oh, cool, we're going to Miami. But now it's like, I got another flight I got to check in for.
I got to book another one, man. I got to go to this thing.
Dude, the amount of can you see expired Apple things? Can I see expired like Apple Wallet things? Because I always put my flights on my Apple Wallet. I don't think I can, but if I could, it would be view 44 expired passes. Oh my god! Look at all these Delta, and that's literally that's just August, bro.
That's crazy, man.
Holy crap! And then I got Amtrak because I went to Chicago.
I'm excited, man. I'm excited, and it's good that this is going out because 1 year from now, it's going to be a whole different conversation. We'll keep growing. We're going to keep leveling up. And it's like the only competition we have is with ourselves. If we're not challenging ourselves to get better, who cares? I really just do not care what other people are doing.
Listen.
I really don't. Like, I just got to keep growing myself.
Mm-hmm.
And when I grow, like the people that are great, supportive, I want them to grow around me. So
I'll leave everybody with this as the final thing in this podcast.
Bro, this is like was it Montel Williams? Like, I got to leave you with some wisdom.
That's crazy that I just got compared to Montel Williams. Never thought I'd hear that in my life, but there's a first time for everything. I think that this exact moment comes to mind. It was whenever I was producing Tammy Holland's podcast, rest in peace, and one of the guests that she had on was Biombi, fashion designer, very successful, very talented. And one of the things that was said on that podcast was people at the top collaborate, people at the bottom compete. That stuck with me because it's real. I've always been about collaboration over competition. Like, there was definitely a season of my life where I'm like, I'm looking at everybody as competition, but like that days are over. Like, if we can all win because a rising tide lifts all ships.
Mm-hmm.
So let's get over, like, there's so much, especially in the influencer space, there's a lot of ego, there's a lot of me, there's a lot of how can you help me and self-centeredness. But like, we got to push that stuff to the side because there's a lot of opportunity to create. A lot of opportunities already out there. There's a lot of money to make too. I mean, the influencer economy is big, and there's a lot of connections that we can make and a lot of change that we can actually do. Like the real world impact that you had with Foodies Eat First and the things like that I was a part of Team Water. Like that's the future of content creation, is like driving those connections and that collaboration. That's my 2 cents on the matter.
Mm-hmm.
Who has time for competition? Unless it's Mario Kart. I will whip some belt to ass Mario Kart. Maybe not this new one. Super Smash Brothers, Mario Party, all those classics. Throw hands anytime. Drop your little friend codes or whatever below. I don't care. Anybody can get these hands. Rated E for everyone. So
Awesome.
Thank you for joining, Braden. Do you have any closing remarks?
Thanks for having me. Closing remarks. Foodies eat first.
Not the phone. Not the phone. The foodie.
The foodie. Foodies eat first. A lot of exciting things coming in 2026. We're going to grow that brand in different realms. Foodies Eat First Fest. There's other things to it. And just continue to be yourself, have fun, inspire others. Whoever's watching this, just be a good person. That's it. Just be a good person.
It's not hard.
Be a good person. Help others. You'll feel better about yourself.
Facts.
That's it.
So that's a wrap. So thank you guys for joining. I'm tired now. The matcha hasn't really succeeded in its doing its job. But then again,
it almost looks like this wall color-wise.
It's a little more earthy looking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks like my nice healthy plants over here. Thanks.
Healthy.
Thanks for having me.
You know what? I'll let you have that one. Thank you for joining. Don't forget to hit subscribe down below. Check out some other episodes. You can find other episodes with Braden as well. And you can check out his podcast that he completely failed to mention, Opecast.
Oh, Opecast.
Yeah.
I forgot to mention that. And that was the reason I was a creator champion,
but
too.
I'm cutting you off. Yeah, because you never posted on your dang personal channel. So you're sitting here with, 5 subscribers because you never posted, but you did Opecast.
I'm too. Yep.
No, actually, you know what? Now I have energy because now I'm going to yell at you.
I'll catch you guys later.
No, he's not leaving. I'm going to bully you into posting on YouTube. Post your short form. You have years of content.
You're right.
This is what it's about. If you would like me to yell at you about your posting cadence as well, please let me know. I can be the Gordon Ramsay of that. By the way, Gordon Ramsay thinks I'm funny. I made him laugh many times at that event.
He's like, well, this funny little leprechaun.
That's crazy that he just described me like that. This will be never-ending beef, but at least I do not have to duck when planes fly by. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one. How's it feel to have to sit in the back seat of your car just to be able to drive it?
How does it feel that parades are getting canceled and you can't perform with your Shiner mobile?
Listen, I can take that anywhere.